Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Angela Palmer and I'm excited to be here with you today to share some card making inspiration and ideas with you. So thank you for joining me. I'm here each Thursday at 1:30 p.m. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator based on the North Shore in Auckland, and I have many local classes and things, but I know not everyone can come to me, so it's nice to be able to reach out and share some crafting and things with you through Facebook and YouTube through these lives. So thank you for joining me today. Joanne, great. I see you're here today. Others are joining as well. Thank you for joining. Please let me know you're here. Lovely to see where everyone's from as well. So great. Initially, my camera that shows the crafting table just wouldn't show up. So that's why I was just a moment slightly later. But then finally, the camera worked. So it's kind of important for you to have that, be able to see what I'm doing. Otherwise, yeah, you're not going to be able to follow along with the crafting. All right, so thank you for joining me. It's great to have you here. And today I'm going to share an idea that you might find useful when you're thinking, oh my goodness, what shall I craft? So it's been, a busy couple of weeks with on stage, the Stampin' Up conference a couple of weeks ago, and then extravaganza, and then classes at my home, including one again this morning. So to be honest, I haven't had a lot of time to come up with ideas for today's live, but I always want to come up with some fresh ideas to inspire you. So I thought what sometimes I've done, and maybe you might need to do from time to time, is actually open the catalogue and have a look and see what's there, and do what we call case the catalogue. So look at the cards that they've created, and then use that as inspiration. Now, you may want to do it exactly as they've done, or use it as a starting point and then change it up. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but our new catalogue will be coming in May, so just over a month away. And so that means this month, some of the products in the current catalogue have gone into last chance. So that means they will be retiring. Not everything can stay current. It can't fit in the warehouse. It can't fit in all the catalogues. So some product is staying, which I'm pleased to see, but some is going. So I'm going to show you part of what I'm using today is some of that product that will be going. Some will be staying. So yeah, make the most of it and get it while you can if you do like it. That's what I'm going to say. All right, great to see others joining us. Linda as well. Awesome. Thank you for being here. All right. So let's switch over and I'll show you my craft table and the catalogue. So this is a current catalogue that we have at the moment, January to April. And so it'll be finishing the end of April, beginning of May. So there's a couple of suites in here which I have loved and used lots of. I'll just show you one of them first, which I'm not using today. But this one here, the Nature's Walk, with the leaves and things, whether you've come to my classes at my home or whether you've come to Coffee and Cards, you will have seen that I have used lots of this. Another favorite is this one here, when I find the beginning of it, is the Lovely and Beautiful. So it's a combination of dies, stamps, and that kind of thing, papers and everything. So I actually got the whole suite. So it's this and stamp set with dies. Now I've done some colouring of that big flower. The dies are cool. We use this in extravaganza. And this one here, I've used this in a card class as well. The embellishments. And I have got this vellum, which I hadn't used. So I thought I must use it. But how? So I'll show you shortly. And the paper. The paper is beautiful. So the whole suite is going, but not everything in the suite is going. So I'm pleased to say that the paper, it's showing it's not a last chance. So it looks like that'll be around for a bit longer. Yay, because I love that paper. This particular bundle here are staying, but unfortunately this one, which I've used a lot of, the Simply Beautiful, is going. So if you do like it, grab it now while you still can. And this gold vellum, which like I said, I'm only just starting to use now, is also retiring. So make sure that you get that if you're interested as well. So today we're going to use a combination of these dies, the vellum, paper, the embellishments, and I'm actually using a stamp from that one. So a combination of all these things, but my focus was to show you this very cool vellum. All right, so if you haven't seen the papers, let me just show you the papers. It's a bit of a mishmash of what's left because I've used quite a bit. But I love these beautiful flower designs. So you've got some here that are with your more calypso coral, some here which have got a little bit of the fresh freesia in it. And can you see that shimmer with the gold? That is so nice. We've got that one. Is that the same? No, that's a different paper, but I've only got little bits of it left. Another one of my favorites is this one here with the gold around the edges. And then I've got some other paper which admittedly I haven't used as much of, but that's quite cool with the gold. And then this one I've got lots of, so my challenge is this as well. That's quite full on. Look at it on the screen. It's quite an intense pattern. And of course we've got the other sides as well, which are more neutral. So that's quite nice to be able to use in backgrounds. This one here, which we're going to use today in our card. What's that one? Kind of more of a petal pink, I think. Calypso coral. The fresh freesia. And then the peach pie. So you've got two sides, obviously, that you can use. But when you've got that gold on the other side, you kind of don't want to use this side in some ways. But there are some cards that you can show off both designs. All right. So that's the papers. So good news, that'll still be around for a bit longer. Right, so let me show you the suite in here. So there's lots of ideas of how you could use it. Here's this beautiful flower that we've used before, and you can color it with blends or with sponging or whatever. Scrapbooking pages, and then with the dies. And then if we look at the next page, here is the vellum. Beautiful vellum, and there's a card sample. And guess what? Snap! That's what I've done as well. So I have cased from this. And I've even used their little tip down here. It says color on the front of the vellum with Stampin Blends for a stained glass effect. So that's how I've got the green, and I'll be showing you that shortly. So that's today's card. And then, of course, I love these big dies, these flowers, great for building up layers and things. And we use that in our extravaganza project too. So lots of possibilities with this suite. Some is staying, some is going. So just look carefully and make sure that you get what you need before it is gone. All right, let me just adjust my camera so we've got things that are kind of straight on. So you'll see with this card, I've used the Thinking of You. Now you'll notice it's a long stamp, but I've done it like this, which is how they did it in the catalogue. I've used, so this is dies. I haven't used any of the dies that coordinate with this on this card, but I have used these dies, which I've taken the slip out. They're the Beautifully Celebrated, but they're great border dies. So I have used, I think it's the second largest for the background. Let me check. No, it must be this. Oh, yes, it is. That's the largest. Yeah, the second largest for that. And these are the stamps that coordinate with it. So you'll see that kind of leaf effect. You could stamp it, but I've used the vellum. So let me show you the vellum, and then you'll see what we're doing. Sorry, I'm just going to check on comments and things as well, make sure we are okay. Very good. All right. So it looks like some of you have got the paper, which is cool. So you get a pack like this. It's called the Beautifully Adorned Ephemera Pack. So ephemera packs are those kind of pre-cut dies and things, but this time they're vellum, which is amazing. So we've got, I think it's 3 sheets of each. No, hang on, they're a bit different. So 1, 2, and 2 of those, sorry, which is where I've got this flower from. So you can kind of see they're sort of see through a bit. So what I've used on this one is one of those, and they're quite a thick vellum too. That leaf and this leaf, if it wants to come out, yep. So it's a nice thick leaf. We can use those tags for something else. We've got another flower here. Oh, is that the same or bigger? Let's have a look. Are they the same size? They it looks slightly different. I wonder which one we have. Do they look slightly? Yeah, they do look slightly different. So I used, which one did I use? I used that one. Okay. And then there is a big leaf here as well. Okay, and some other shapes. And then this one, so we've got two of each, is you've got some ovals and some, this time some gold coloured leaves. These ones are just the outline. So two of those. You've got two of each and three different sheets. So what have we got here? Let's see if that's all we need. All right. So the question is, are they the same flower or different? So if you look at them, they are slightly different. So now I'm intrigued to know, which one did they use in the book? I don't know if I'll be able to tell exactly. So I guess if you look at the middle, they kind of go that way and they kind of go that way. So I would say that is the one that they have used in the book. Which, was that the one I used on the other one? I think so. But it doesn't have to be the same. I'm just showing the flowers are slightly different. Does that one look slightly bigger? Don't know. Anyway, use the book as inspiration. So if you're interested in these vellums sheets, get them now while you can. And yeah, that lovely gold accent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some blends. We'll do this first to colour, because if you look at this, it's just gold and vellum. But if you look at this, it is green. And then this one is a touch of fresh freesia. So I'll do it now so it can dry. And we're going to colour on the front, kind of, I'm using old olive, a dark old olive, and I am going in the gaps. All right, so colouring it inside each leaves within, it's kind of like heat embossing, and then colouring within the heat embossing, except it's just on vellum. And because Stampin Blends are like a permanent marker, we're able to colour on things like vellum, on things like rhinestones, just give it a chance to dry obviously, as well, which is great. So these are alcohol based, so there is alcohol in them. So do make sure that when you've finished, you put the lids on, otherwise they will dry up and then the ink will dry up out of them and they'll be no good. So do make sure the lids are on tightly. All right, how is that looking? I think that's good. Finding it harder with my eyesight up close. We're going to do this little leaf as well. So this time I'm kind of doing nearly exactly the same. I'm just going to vary it up a little bit and you can tell me which one you like and why. But the general kind of thing is the same. Feels like I've got something under that one. No. Okay. So just colouring it in inside the gold. So the great thing with ephemera packs is it's done for you. You don't need to kind of stamp it. You just, they're already pre-cut. You just push them out and then adhere them. Obviously we are colouring this one a little bit, but yeah. Now this one you'll see, according to the book, was done in fresh freesia. So I'll show you. So we've got these are green and then that one's kind of that pinkish tinge. Okay, so we're going to use fresh freesia, so make sure your lids are on. I'm just using the thin tip because I'm colouring and I want it to be quite contained, and I'm using the darker colour too. All right, some people don't like that noise of the blends. Sorry if you don't. Nearly done. Didn't seem to do it quite so much with the other one, but this one it does. I have seen colouring on the underneath as well, but that would be quite subtle. So I guess depending on what you're wanting. This one is quite light. I'm going over it again just to bring out that colour a bit more. Okay, I'm going to put these aside to dry while we carry on with the rest of our card. Right, doing the best to see with my eyes, finding it harder to do stuff close up without having to adjust my glasses. All right, there we go. So that's kind of the accents to our card. So what are we going to use? We're going to have a fresh freesia card base, which I have here. We are going to have a die cut, that second largest one, which I've done earlier. We're going to use a piece of the designer series paper, which I pre-cut and buried, because I always do that during my lives. Where is it? It's not inside, is it? Nope. Here. What's that? That's that. So now I need to, it's probably up the other way, and so I need to find the right design. So it's that gold pattern. If not, I'll cut another one. So it's that pattern I want. Here, no, that's a scrap. That's not going to be enough. All right. Okay. So this one I'm going to do slightly different. The first one was at an angle. This one is going to be more centered, and I'm going to have a slight white border as well. So this piece, if you work in centimeters, is 10 centimeters by 14.3. This I'm going to cut it at 10 just in case half of I want the full width. All right, I'm going to cut the length at 14. Actually, I think I remember taking it out into the other room, and I might not have brought it back. And then 9.7. So I'll show you what I'm doing. I'm going to adhere it onto here, and then we'll have a white border. Can you see that? Just a very subtle border. I might do it that side because of the... All right, and this one I am going to put on straight. So this one here is just the DSP angled. Now I know some people can't handle that. Whoops, dropping glue. So if you don't like angled, then put it on straight. But with this one, I'm adding a white border. Are you like me, cringing because you're covering up that lovely gold? It's so nice. But if we had the gold, I think I'll show you. I think it would be too much if you had that and that. Oh, could be all right. What do you reckon? Is it too much gold? Just a thought. Anyway, we are going to try and get it straight. Adhere that to our card front. And I'm trying to remember to do the insides as I make them rather than have to do it later. Okay, now what I've done with this one is the white piece is on dimensionals and my flower is on dimensionals, and that way I can tuck things underneath. So we're going to get this die cut and we're going to put that there and put dimensionals on it. Now, if you're wondering which way it goes, it's sometimes hard, but often you will feel one side is a bit rougher, and that is the wrong side. So where it's smoother, it is the correct side. Sometimes you can kind of tell, sometimes it's hard to tell. So just feel the edges, and if they feel rough, then that's probably where they've been die cut. That's probably the underside. All right, so let's put on our dimensionals. And I'm going to have to just take them off with my fingernails today. So what creations have you been crafting lately? What's your favorite kind of go-to stamp set or bundle or products? My two have basically been that Nature's Walk and then all the things involved in this particular suite. All right, there we go. So by having the white background against that pattern, it helps our image to pop. Now I'm just looking at the original. Which way have they angled it? Oh no, they have angled it that way. Yep. Okay, we'll do that. So I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on it, but not too close to the edge because I want to be able to tuck things in. So the good thing is, although this is vellum, it's gold, we can't see the dimensionals behind it. If it was clear, that might be the case. All right, so for this one, I'm going to kind of, I can't quite go there because of dimensional, but tuck it there like so. If you look at this one, it's kind of loose. So all I've done is glued the bottom part, whoops, and then tuck it under like so. Cool. Then we've got another leaf which we're going to tuck under on that side. Again, I'm just going to put a bit of glue at the bottom. Dimensional thingy stuck to me. We'll go around here. So this is actually quite quick and easy to make once you've got all the bits. Just the colouring took a little bit of time. And we'll tuck that one in there too. So like I say, I have used the catalogue as my inspiration for this. I'm pretty much keeping it the same. But once I've done this, I'm feeling more confident, and then I can use some of the other ephemera and make some things. All right, so we've got some embellishments. Now you may be thinking, how did they do Thinking of You? Because it is a long, whoops, it's coming off, a long stamp. All right, so let me put it on so it can hopefully be straight. So it's sticking to my fingers. Okay, let's do it like that then. All right, so what I need is a piece of white cardstock. Now I am going to sit down to do this just so I can be a bit more accurate. I'm not going to make this one a Thinking of You card because I've already got one, but I want to show you how I did it. So basically we're going to stamp Thinking and then Of You underneath, and then fussy cut it out. And it did take me a couple of attempts. I didn't get it right the first time. So we're going to do Thinking of You, like, can you see? I need to come up a bit. So let's do that there. Thinking, like that. And then give it a clean, wipe with the thumb. And then Of You. And hopefully it's not on the G. And then work out, I'm going to have to look above to see where to put it. The good thing is we're fussy cutting it. So if the G does come out, I can kind of cut around it. Oh, that is perfect. First time. Took me at the other one about 3 attempts. I'd get the thinking right, but then not Of You. And then we are going to just fussy cut it out. So hold your paper snips, your scissors, and move the paper around as you cut. Feel like I should use it now because I've done such a good job. But let's do another one just as a option. I'm just going to go along the top, and then it's very pointy, just going to curve the corner a bit. All right, and then put that on with dimensionals. But I thought I would make this one a thanks card. So I'm going to stamp thanks, and that is from the Simply Said, which is a stamp set I use a lot, and I've got no idea if that is continuing or not. I didn't look that one up. So basically, if you go into the online store and you look for a product, if it has last chance written on it, then that means it is one of the ones that are retiring. If it doesn't have last chance, then it's still carrying on, which is great. All right, so how's that? So we could have a Thinking of You, or we could have a thanks. Sorry, I have been looking at the comments. All right, so others like the paper too. That's exciting. There's a few of you watching today. That's great. All right, so there, thanks. Up like that. I guess if I'd thought about it, I could have stamped directly on this instead of raising it. But the problem is I can't do it now because it's dimensionalized. It won't be flat, and so the likelihood of it coming out nicely is, not so good. So I'm not going to risk that. I think I'm going to just have to cut a dimensional in half for the other side, because otherwise it's going to stick out the side, and I don't want that. All right, so we've got a Thinking of You and a thanks card. And then we just got to finish it off with some bling. Thanks. There we go. So I am using what's it called? This. It is number 6, which is Pearlized Faceted Circles. So there's Calypso Coral, Petal Pink, and White. Now I think I've used, I've got a little bit of white left. Let's go with white. Usually I would use my Take Your Pick tool, but that's next door. So we're going to use that. I'm actually going to go for one slightly coloured one too. So 3 is good, 5 is good. So, oh, no. Oh, there's one that's in here inside. Oh, some of them have gone inside the bag. Well, we want to make use of it. Let's take it out. Is it the stickiness? Is it still sticky? Yeah, I think so. And then, so that's 3. So we could leave it like that. But on the other one, oh, I had 2 here and 1 up there. I don't know. Let's go for a smaller white one. I do like these. They're nice. I might have to get some more. Maybe we'll do that, and we'll go for a little pink, because we've sort of got the two colors. All right, so what I would do for the inside is, see how I've got this bit of paper spare? I would get a piece of basic white, looking to see if I have a piece here, because I didn't pre-cut. Oh, look, here's a piece. We'll cut this and we'll finish the inside. Just to tie it together. Sometimes we'll stamp something, or we could put something gold on the inside, so that's another option. So we'll cut that. 14.3. Oh, there's a slight rip there, but hopefully we're going to cut that off. Cool. So there's 2 ways we could do the inside. One is tying it together with the designer series paper, like so. The other way is to choose one of these things that kind of coordinate. We could put a little bit of a leaf in, or you could put one of the gold leaves inside. Now, obviously, if it's this one and you glue it down or tape, you might see through it, so you'd have to be careful. With the gold one, it's going to be less noticeable, so we could do that perhaps. Then it ties that and that together. Let's do that. So it doesn't matter because it's gold, and I want it flat. I don't want dimensionals, because otherwise it won't sit flat inside the card. So what do you think inside? DSP or one of the gold vellum ephemera die cuts? So that's that, and then we'll do this one on here. Okay, so that is our card. Oh, Linda's telling me that the Simply set is on last chance. No, had that for a while. It's a great stamp set. Don't worry, I'll be hanging on to mine, but it is good sentiments and things. So yeah, so there you go. So there's a slight difference. So we've got this one angled, and then this one is more square on. I confess I'm probably more of a square on person, but both are okay, and we've got different sentiments, thinking of you and thanks. This one, we've got our little die cut on the inside, and I'm just trying to find another piece of white cardstock. You think around here I should be able to. Oh, look, is it the right size? It's a bit small. You could put a piece on the inside. Hang on, I think I've got a whole pack of cardstock. Let's cut a piece up. Then my cards are done on the inside. So what do you think? Do you ever case the catalogue? Do you use it for ideas? Sometimes it just gets the ball rolling. So now that I've made that card, now I can have lots of fun with the ephemera and, you know, make some other things. Sometimes you just don't know where to start. So this is, this is a good way to start. So like that. And then our 2 cards are done. Perfect. Which is your favorite? So remember to go in the online store, check out Last Chance. Now, if you go on the online store, you may notice it looks a little bit different. They have updated some things. So hopefully overall it should be more user-friendly, and you should be able to search for things more easily. But even for me today, I was doing something with an order for someone. You know, anything new, it's a little bit frustrating because things aren't quite where they were initially. But once you get used to it, it will be fine. So this is both on the customer side and the demonstrator side. Karen's saying the 4 corner pieces inside too. Let me have a look at those. Where were they? Oh, I do remember. Oh, these ones. Put those in the corner. That would be nice. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that the ones you were meaning? Little corner ones. I don't know if there's any other corner ones. That could be nice. Just ties that gold on the front to the gold on the inside. So, don't know if it would quite work with the DSP there. We could do both. Oh, let's do that, shall we? We'll do Karen's suggestion. I don't know if she was meaning with the DSP or not, but why not? Then we've got gold on the inside too. Very cool. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yes. All right. So we want a dab of glue. Awesome. Great to see other people coming up with cool ideas. Well, I want it straight. Very good. All right. So what do you think of the gold ephemera pack? Do you like this? I think it's great. So I'm going to have a bit more of a play with this Simply Beautiful stamp set and dies and things while they're still here. Make the most of it. Obviously, you know, I can hang on to it as well, but we won't be available after a certain time. Awesome. Thank you, Karen. There you go. What do you like? So just to remember, oh look, here, oh no, that's the other piece I cut later. Okay, so just remember, if you're short on ideas, use your catalogs. Catalogs are obviously full of great, exciting product, but it is also full of lots of wonderful ideas. So use that for inspiration. So currently we have 2 catalogs happening. We have this mini one, January to April, which really goes through until I think the 4th of May. Let me check. Yeah, to the 4th of May, and then the new one starts on the 5th, as well as our annual, which can get a little bit confusing because this has got lovely new stamp sets and things, but then the catalogue has got all our inks and papers and other things. So from May, we're only going to have 1 catalogue at a time, and that one will run for 4 months, and it will also have the cardstock and the ink and all that kind of thing as well. And then some of it will obviously stay, some will go. And then in so that was it, May, June, July, August, then in September another catalogue will come. So I will be sending out catalogues later in April to my customers and things, so be on the lookout for those in a few weeks. Awesome. Now I want to let you know about one exciting new thing that happened yesterday. Have you heard of Paper Pumpkin? So Paper Pumpkin is like a special box every month if you choose to subscribe. And this has been happening in America for a while now, and it's finally, yay, coming to South Pacific, to Australia and New Zealand. You can subscribe. For the first one, we've only got from the 1st until the 10th to subscribe. And then on the 11th, they start getting shipped out and you get sent a kit. Now, I was fortunate enough to get this on stage, but I'm not going to spoil the fun and share it now because usually you only get a sneak peek at what's coming. So I don't want to spoil that for people. But inside is a stamp set, a little ink spot, and all the cards and die cuts and embellishments that you need. This particular kit's got 3 different cards, 3 of each. There's instructions, and some embellishments, some tape, some dimensionals. So all that you need to make some amazing cards. So if you want to subscribe for that, shortly after this, I'll put the link in the description so you can click on that. And so you may be wondering like what it costs. So kits generally, like a kit without stamping with pre-done sentiments is around $30, and a kit with an ink set is usually around $50. So this is $56 including shipping, and you will earn $4.70 on rewards from it as well, which is cool. So you can sign up and just pay as you go each month. You can prepay for 3 months, which is $169, 6 months $333, or 12 months $672 if you want to pay it all in one go. Or you can just do it, you know, one at a time. Some of the perks of joining up and getting the subscription is after a certain date, if there are more kits available or the refills, you can buy those. For the next 3 months, there'll be an additional die that you can buy that will coordinate with all 3 kits. And the odd other special things that happen from time to time as well. So you can sign up. If you sign up by the 10th, it'll be sent out from the 11th. So about a week or so to get here from Australia, and then you'll have your exciting new box, and I will show it to you in a couple of weeks. We'll make the cards and maybe some variations from it as well. So it's very exciting. It might be for yourself or maybe someone who doesn't have a lot of crafting supplies, but wants to make things. It's all in a box. It's ready to go. They don't need to have lots of other supplies. Great for gifts as well. I was sharing about it to my class today, and they said, great for gifts too. There you go. All right. So thank you for joining me for my live today. Appreciate you being here. I hope you liked today's card. Simple. Kept it easy because, for me, I was a bit under time pressure. But why not use the catalogue to give you some ideas? And you can too. So if you make something, then, share it with me. I'd love to see what you create. All right. Thank you so much to all of you that joined me today. It's great to see many of you here. Just a reminder for those that are local, next week is the first Tuesday of the month, because and so we've got coffee and cards at Vero Cafe. So I'd love to see you there if you're local. If not, that's all good. I'll be here again on Thursday so we can connect online and share some ideas together. So if you're not on my mailing list, I encourage you to subscribe. You'll get emails, information about things like Paper Pumpkin. You'll get exclusive tutorials and inspiration and ideas. So please sign up. And I've also got a special email list for if you're wanting information about classes if you're local. All right. So if you're on YouTube, please like this so you get notifications of future lives. I enjoy sharing with you online, and I appreciate you all. So reach out to me if you've got any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. So thanks so much. Bye.